So, we have all seen this screen before and thought to ourselves, should I upgrade? $20? Is it even worth it? Luckily for you, I'll be putting both of these plans head to head in several tests to show you which features in the Plus version are worth getting and where you're better off with the free plan. Now, looking at this screen, there is only really a couple differences between these two plans. And the first difference is limited access to GPT-4o and limited access to data analysis, file uploads, vision, web browsing, and image generation, and the use of custom GPTs. And what does exactly limited mean? I mean, how limited is it exactly? Can you send 50 messages a day, 60, 70? Well, you guys can check out this page here yourself. So if you click on it, bring you to this article here. And it does give you a little more info on what each model can do in each plan. So if you go down to the free tier, it keeps saying limited access. Now, what does limited access really mean? Well, after reading through this, it doesn't really mean a whole lot. If you have the free plan right now and you're not running into any limits while using it, then you probably don't need to upgrade. But there are 4 main features that the Plus plan does give you that might be worth upgrading for. And that first feature is Canvas. Now, if you don't know what Canvas is, you can open it by going to this drop down and selecting GPT-4o with Canvas, and you can also just tell ChatGPT open with Canvas. This feature is really good if you do a lot of writing with essays or maybe even email, or do a lot of coding. Just for the sake of this comparison, we'll do a 5-paragraph essay. And just to show you the features of it, ChatGPT will automatically open the screen into Canvas, but if not, it looks something like this window, and you can click these 2 arrows to make it full-sized, and this is Canvas right here. And if you guys want to watch an in-depth tutorial on Canvas, I do have a video on it. I'll put it in a link in the description. But for this comparison, I won't go too detailed into using this, but some quick features you should know about. In the left, you can ask ChatGPT to modify things about this whole essay, and something really cool is you can highlight a specific section and then ask ChatGPT about that selection, and then some just quick shortcuts on bold, italicize, and capitalization. And then another cool feature is if you go to the bottom right, you can tell it to add more emojis, add a final polish to it, adjust the reading levels. So say you want middle school, high school, college, graduate school, and then make it longer or shorter. You can have ChatGPT look through the whole essay and suggest any improvements or edits, and it'll highlight a section it thinks that can be improved and tell you a little bit about it, and then you can quickly make that edit by selecting apply. And ChatGPT has automatically done that for you. So this feature just makes it really nice to work with ChatGPT if you are writing an essay or anything more long form writing. And it works very similar with coding. If you go over Explore GPTs, you do get access to the GPT store, so you can use these GPTs as much as you want. But the missing feature that you don't get is to create your own GPT. I won't go super in depth on how to use this, but what a custom GPT is really good at is it's a ChatGPT, but a specialized version of it. So say you want to study for an exam coming up. Here you can upload files to it and upload the exam from last year and all the quizzes that you've taken throughout the year and maybe even homework assignments. And then what this custom GPT will do is it can help you study based on those assignments. So it'll even learn how your teacher creates questions and asks questions, and will give you a really good mock exam based on all those homework assignments and past exams and quizzes. And the last feature that you get with the Plus plan is called Advanced Voice Mode. So if you go over to this icon here, you go Use Voice Mode. Give me your best Southern accent.
Alrighty then, let's give this a whirl. Howdy. Hope you're doing mighty fine today. What can I do you for?
How much wood could a woodchuck chuck wood if a woodchuck could chuck wood?
Well, if a woodchuck could chuck wood, it would chuck as much wood as a woodchuck would chuck if a woodchuck could chuck wood. How's that for a tongue twister?
What kind of things can I ask you?
You can ask me just about anything. Whether you're curious about facts, need help with a problem, want recommendations, or just feel like chatting. What's on your mind?
So yeah, advanced voice mode it can be really fun to play with, and is really good at answering all kinds of questions. So if you ever have a question and you have the app on your phone, this is what you would use to ask it any question you just kind of have on top of your mind. And the last thing you would get is access to the O1 preview model. This model is really made for the heavy lifting tasks of any really complicated math, science, coding questions. And even on OpenAI's website, they say it's for any complex problems in science, coding, math, and similar fields. And it gives an example of O1 can be used by healthcare researchers to annotate cell sequencing data, by physicists to generate complicated math formulas. So if you happen to be in graduate level courses in college, or you are a physicist doing this kind of work or scientist, then this model would be for you, but otherwise all the other models will work just fine. Now, looking at all these models here, and what you'll get access to is the 4.0 model and the 4.0 mini model, but will have a much lower limit than in the Plus plan. If you've tried out the free plan of ChatGPT and you're not hitting any limits, then I wouldn't recommend upgrading to the Plus plan. If none of the features I mentioned before in the video seemed like they would be helpful to you, then I wouldn't recommend upgrading. And like I mentioned before in the video, if you're looking for an in-depth video that really dives into ChatGPT's Canvas feature, I'll link that down in the description of the video.